Hi folks, sorry this didn't come out on the weekend, but this is my wrap up of what I read in November. I've been a little unwell, so I got distracted. But yeah, so anyway, what I read in November, most of it is actually audio. I kind of went on a Gail Carriger rereading spree via audio. And so I read, let me think. What was it? That's right. I read 3 Gail Carrigers completely in November, and they were Changeless, Heartless, and Timeless. I skipped out the middle book of the Parasol Protectorate series because while it's a very good book and I rated it well when I read it, some of the subject matter is a bit hard to deal with and I just wasn't in the mood for it. So, but yeah, so Changeless, Heartless, and Timeless, which are books 2, 4, and 5 of the Parasol Protectorate by Gail Carriger. I read those. I DNF'd a book. I very rarely DNF a book, but it was a library book and it just wasn't grabbing me, and that was Just One Damned Thing After Another by Jodie Taylor. It was everything that I should like in a book, but the characters just weren't working, and when the characters don't work for me, then I can't read it. So DNF'd that, and the Parasol Protectorate, which I've probably talked about quite a bit, but it's steampunk and werewolves and vampires and ghosts and a badass lady protagonist with awesome friends and ridiculous family and so much tea and cake. So much tea and cake. And so much fashion. So yeah, go Carriger. Woo! The 2 physical things I did read were, first off, I added the completion of this to my list, Myth in the Ancient World by Ian Plant. This was my textbook for my Myth in the Ancient World class that's been running all for the last 3 months. I finished it in November, which means I finished the textbook, and I'm pretty sure I read the whole damn textbook because there were only 9 chapters plus a whole bunch of source material, which is why it is full of little sticky notes. But it's actually quite a good introduction to mythology, ancient mythology. It covers, this textbook in particular covers mostly Greek and Roman, and there is some Near Eastern, and it does touch on biblical, and it has like passages from biblical mythology in it. But yeah, so it's a really good starting point, I think, and really quite easy to read. And like I said, it actually comes with all these blue tabs are the actual translated source material for a lot of the mythology that goes with the stuff in the chapters. So, stuff like translations of parts of the Enuma Elish, or the Epic of Gilgamesh, or, the Iliad, or Livy, or Plutarch, or anyone who's, one of those important Roman sources, or Greek sources, or Near Eastern sources. There are like translations of the appropriate pieces that go with what's being taught in the textbook. And so I actually quite enjoyed this for all that I read it all in the wrong order. So there was that. And then after my video a few weeks ago about comfort reads, I sort of immediately went, well, now I want to read all of my comfort reads. So I sat down, and one afternoon and evening I reread the 13 Problems by Agatha Christie. This is 13 short mysteries that, involve a whole bunch of people. The first 12 of them involve dinner parties and people telling stories where they know the strange conclusion, and everyone's trying to figure them out, whether they be a writer or a priest or a lawyer or an actress or the former Commissioner of Scotland Yard. And the person that gets it right every single time is, of course, Miss Marple. And then the final one is another short mystery that is actually a murder that is set in St Mary Mead. And Miss Marple knows who it was, knows the police are going down the wrong path, and because Sir Henry Clithering is staying with the Bantries, she goes and says, can you concern yourself, because this is what I think the answer is. And of course, she's completely and utterly correct. So that was fun. I loved rereading that. So yeah, I guess that's 4 fiction books, 1 DNF'd and 1 non-fiction book completed. I did actually read a lot more non-fiction that I just haven't finished it yet. I know non-fiction November was going on. I wasn't participating, But I did make some progress on some of my long-term non-fiction books, including The Brief History of the Tudor Age. Yeah, so hopefully I will probably have a lot more to read in December because I am taking some time off. I'm going to visit my family over Christmas, which is why towards the end of December you probably won't get any videos from me for a couple of weeks. But I also have a week off in January, so you'll probably get a flurry from me then. But yeah, so hopefully, like I said, finishing 5 books and DNFing 1 isn't too bad for me. And hopefully I will read a lot more in December. So yeah, I shall be back on the weekend with my book haul, which funnily enough is going to be a lot longer than this wrap up. I have got to start reading more books than I actually buy. Alright, see ya.